right, cool. So, how's everybody this week? As I said before, off camera, you're all looking good.
Thank you, thank
We're all
you.
looking nice and rest up, except for our buddy Robert, who is totally sick today, and would only have been like the height of sadism to demand that he still stream with us tonight. So he is probably praying for death and throwing up right now. So I wish him the best. So hopefully he'll be back next week.
Take care.
In the
Boy,
meantime,
that's a disturbing sentence to parse.
yeah, I'll give you a couple seconds of silence to kind of get through it. So okay, you should have
All right.
processed it by now. Okay, so here we are. So let's so Tales from the Loop. It's our seventh session tonight. So yeah,
Is it really?
it's today's our seventh. So it's pretty impressive. So it's awesome, and we actually left on another, not quite a cliffhanger last time, but the story was not finished. So here we are. So let's first start off by introducing our awesome players. Start off with Dr. Arculari over here.
I'm playing. Wow, I'm drawing a huge blank. I'm playing Alice Wonders Spring.
Excellent, and then we have Tim.
Hey, I'm Tim, play Andy Martin.
Awesome, and last but not least, we have Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. Play Mikey Wong.
Yes, you do. Yeah, so like I said, not a cliffhanger. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say something about myself. Yes, I am Scott of Scott's Case Files. That's who this who that's his channel, Scott's Case Files. And I'm happy to have everybody here. I'm always very thankful for each session. So here we are. So yeah,
Very exciting.
yeah, it is freaking exciting. Yeah. I want, is Mikey still wearing the outfit from last time, I think? So the tie-dye shirt with the bib overalls.
I guess it's since we haven't really, since a cliffhanger, I guess so. But
Yeah.
I do have to say, I think Mikey will be on the hunt at least for an MTV T-shirt or something different than tie dye.
Something. I mean, you're okay with the overalls. The bibs are just fine with you. It's just the tie-dye that was really good, yeah.
Well, there's a
Because I
lot
would
of
have been the other way
function.
around.
There's a lot of good
And
function with
if he
overalls.
wants, he can actually wear the T-shirt over the bib overalls.
Oh, this is true.
Ooh,
This is true.
that's a statement.
Crazy, but true.
Crazy, like a fox. So yes. So yeah, so let's do a quick go over of each character. Just kind of let me know your usuals, your problem, pride, etc. Let's go for Mikey since he was rehearsing them shortly ago.
Sure. So Mikey is actually he's now 13, and he's a computer geek.
13.
Um, yep. He is really the go-to guy for technical stuff. That's his pride. His problem is that things are really starting to suck with his mom being gone. She's left for China. And it's become Mikey's new phrase, which he uses too often, especially in front of adults. This sucks.
Nice.
um, his drive is to get a date with a girl. ABA, always be asking.
Always
And
be asking.
And with that tie-dye shirt and the bib overalls, man, he's got it.
all I need now is a baseball cap that I can wear backwards.
Absolutely.
Was
Yeah,
that a
that
thing in 1985?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
okay.
the thing now.
Or
Hell.
to the side,
That's why I was wondering if it went back that far.
Yeah, these things go in cycles. They really do. So yeah, I don't think it ever left. Really, sadly.
Okay.
For the record, Scott was never a hat turned around. I always found the utility in the having it down the front there, a la Andy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Andy, what's your
Yeah,
stuff?
so
Give me the rundown.
yeah, Andy Martin is 14, and like a couple of the others, has just started high school. He's into sports. He plays baseball and football. Right now, it's currently football season. got a great throwing arm, which is really his pride. He has his drive is really to compete, to win. That's really what his dad just pushes him to do, and almost to a fault. But it's what motivates him. And his problem is that he's kind of partying. He drinks. He likes to hang out with like the guys from the sports teams, and at that age and being in Wisconsin, it's kind of a thing. So.
Awesome. Cool. All right. And last but not least, Alice, give us a rundown. Tell us all about it. Harry Zidler.
Okay, Alice Wonders Sprang. I'm 14 years old, a rocker. My
Damn right.
iconic item is silver shades, which I wear all the time in homage to Molly Millions from the Neuromancer book, a copy of which I carry around in my back pocket. My anchor person is Joshua, who is I think of him as an older stepbrother, but he's also more accurately an older cousin, because my parents died when I was almost a year old, and my father's brother's family took me in and moved me to Ninawake, Wisconsin. My pride is I don't take shit from no one. My problem is that, especially as I've approached, 14 years, I've begun to certainly want to think that my parents' accident was not an accident, that there was some deep conspiracy going on, because essentially where they were in Sweden at the time, working at the Swedish loop facility, and now here I find myself at this American loop facility in Ninawake, and it just makes my conspiracy brain blow up. My drive is I need to figure it all out. It's got to make sense. I'm not exactly sure what all is, but somehow or other, whatever it is, I'm going to figure out how it makes sense.
Cool.
My favorite musician is Cyndi Lauper, who in this reality is a heavy metal band leader.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So yeah, those are our characters. Let's do the intro movie real quick, and then we'll come back and continue our story. How's that sound? You guys good? All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hitting it.
They're either breaking the lock or getting our hands on the key.
We're back.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I kind of going over last episode where basically a couple things were found. Mikey and Jude found the cassette recorder, amongst other things, in the house, and also Alice found a like a what was it, a bomb shelter door that was locked right behind the Hallorhan video store. So that's definitely, and it had a nice new fresh lock on it. So sets the spidey senses a tingling, as it were. And that's where we kind of were. I think you guys made it to the hideout, right? And you're kind of bringing it all together at this point.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and I think we wanted to leave the stuff behind, hide it in the cask, the evidence, and somehow we got to figure out how to get through that door, and we got to get a set of keys from somebody there,
Cool.
or smash the lock off.
So what if we so if that college girl is working the counter there, like one of us distracts her, and while the other kind of sneaks around and see if they can find the key. So either we can try to sort of charm her, or one of us could run into the adult area of the thing, and then when she chases after us, just saying.
Mikey's like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?"
Man, that sounds like a job for Jude.
If only he didn't get called back to his house for a family emergency, then Jude would be
Oh,
here. But he had to leave
So-
the hideout suddenly.
We can't use him as an NPC.
No, I want to leave him be. He'll be
Yeah.
back. He'll be back. Kids get taken away and taken out of fun and adventure all the time. Why should this game
Yeah.
be any different?
Yeah. Oh well.
So, why would we go back there again?
Because
I mean,
that's
why
where
would
the
we?
door is. You're asking as Mikey, right?
Yeah. So as Mikey,
Yeah.
why would we go into the adult section?
Oh.
Because we're not supposed to be there, and she'll chase after us, and while the other person tries to find a key. You have to be 18 to get in the adult section.
That's a good idea. So probably should be somebody who really doesn't look 18 either, right?
Who could that
I
be?
would think the three of us pretty much don't look 18. So should we draw straws or rock, paper, scissors?
Sure.
Lizard Spock.
What's that? Are you talking about Star Trek?
It's from a show in the future.
It's from a show in the future.
Something I saw in a bubble.
In a dream.
Yeah, this is a loop facility.
Fan fiction. That's your secret that you haven't let anybody know is you write Star Trek fan fiction.
Awesome.
All right, yeah, let's do.
Oh, you actually can do it? Go for it.
Do we face off against, or can we do three-way, or do we have to?
We're doing rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Sure. Go for it.
Definitely.
How do you figure out who won?
It's only fair.
Well, I think we have to do it two at a time. So maybe Anthony and Alice can start out, and then whoever wins that, then, or however we want to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's too hard to do it three because if one beats one, but who beats who?
Kids trying to figure this shit out is hilarious. Like, but okay,
Well,
but
actually,
like,
I think we could do it with three, right? Because if two people do the same one,
this is like the most difficult part of the adventure.
Eliminate both of them, or be eliminated themselves. Right?
Or we could just roll the dice.
Potentially, we could all eliminate each other in the same roll, though, too.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know which one. I don't know which is going to be more amusing. Either should we do dice to get it over with, or do you guys want to go 2 out of 3 rock paper scissors?
Let's do rock paper
I want to
scissors.
try
Let's just
3 of
figure
us
this
doing
out.
rock,
Come on, we're
paper,
kids. We
scissors
can figure this
and
out.
see what happens.
All
Come on,
right.
let's do it.
All right, all
Let's
at
do it.
once.
Yeah, you have to be on
All
camera
at-
though.
So
all three of us.
Wait, so who am I going up against? Like,
All
are we all
of
three
it.
gonna do it.
backstabbing each other?
We're doing all 3.
and then
All
we'll just
right.
try to figure it out.
If we each pick a different one, then it's neutral, and then that we throw out that result.
Okay.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
You have to hit your hand. Is that the
Yeah.
deal? Okay.
So
Ready?
One.
1, 2, 3.
All right. We got some paper. We got a rock.
We did
Yeah, you
pretty
literally
good.
all chose a different one, so you've
Cool,
massacred
let's
each
do it
other.
again. Let's do it again.
You're all
All
done.
right.
Yeah.
1,
One,
2, 3.
3.
Okay, 2 papers and 1 scissors. Looks like Alice won.
We did? How? We did
Well,
rock,
'Cause we got-
rock,
we
paper,
got
and
one of
scissors
each.
again.
I thought. Did you guys? Oh, I thought you guys had. You guys both had rock or scissors.
No.
Or,
it was paper,
no,
rock,
paper,
paper,
rather.
rock,
Each
paper,
again.
scissors again.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, let's go.
One,
Right? One more.
2,
One,
2,
two,
3.
3.
3.
Okay, we got one of each again. Are you kidding me?
This is
What are the
lots
odds of
fun
that?
with dice.
All right, once more, and then it's dice rolls.
Aw,
Okay.
okay. Andy, you count it
One.
this time. You didn't count it yet.
2,
All right.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Okay, we have 2 rocks and a paper. Paper wins. Andy is the winner.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Thank goodness. Woo! All right, we've gotten past the most arduous part of the entire mystery. So good
gosh.
job, you guys. You guys
Break
get it.
time.
Yeah, break time. Oh my god, definitely.
That's the climax.
Pretty much. Ouch. Right.
Okay, so that means I'm gonna be the one to either. So I don't know what the winner is. The winner the one
The
who
winner
goes
is
in
the
the
one
adult
who
section?
goes into the adult section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
And then are 2 of you gonna both go in the store also?
So I think,
Yeah, well, all 3 of us be in the store.
yeah,
Acting
2.
like we don't know each other or something.
And
I don't know.
one of us can watch for Mrs. Hallerhan, and if she pops up, then we'll distract her. Somebody has to take her,
Charm
Okay.
her.
and that leaves one person to still keep searching.
Okay. Do we do rock, paper, scissors again to decide who is who?
No, we don't. Nope. One is enough. One is enough. All
Okay.
right.
Who has the
All
best?
right.
Who has the best stats for? I guess investigating it would be.
Oh, that's a good
Right.
point.
I have a
See,
1.
I have a 0.
one. I have 1 for investigate.
What do you have for mind?
Why can't I? Oh, mind. That's up there. Mind is 4.
So you have a 5 total.
Oh, that's how that works. Wow, you learn something every day. Okay.
I have a 4 total.
Okay.
So I'll do the Hallerhan distraction then,
Okay.
because I have been working on my charm lately. So my charm and heart, I have a 6. So
Really? Okay.
yep.
All right. All right. So let's set the scene. So you guys have this plan, this dastardly, fiendish, wonderful plan that you put together, and you kind of march 3 abreast into the video store, ready to carry out your plan. And so the place is it like afternoon, evening? What is it at this point?
And what day is it? A weekend or a weekday?
If I recall, this is a weekday.
Thursday.
You had some
Thursday,
schools.
I'll
It was a
It's
Thursday.
like Friday, isn't it? Or Thursday?
Let's
Okay.
say it's a Friday
do it.
now,
It's
so you
like
can.
Thursday evening. Isn't it the same day?
It can be.
Oh no, it's Friday, right? Because we did the overnight thing. I'm sorry. Never mind me.
I think it is a Friday. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Okay.
call it a Friday.
So
Cool.
Friday afternoon, after school, after practice.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, there you are. So yeah, the place is
the Hallorhan house.
yeah, the place is the store is like low to mid capacity. People wandering around the shelves, picking stuff up, reading the back of it, that kind of thing. You got the teenage girl who's working the front right after school each day, it seems, and she kind of smiles as she sees you come in, smile and waves to you guys. Yeah, but otherwise it's just a normal day.
So
What
are there a
do you
lot of
do?
people in the store?
Like I said, small to medium amount for the store. It's not a big store either, so let's call it like 6 people are in there milling around.
Well, I'll pick something that's close to the back where I think Mrs. Hallerhan would be if she is here, if she comes out,
Yeah,
so that
there's
I can get her attention right away by being in proximity to where she would exit.
sure. Yeah, there's definitely like a door that goes to like the back room, or a hallway that goes to like the rear of the building. So people, that's probably where people park. So yeah, if you want to wait near that entrance to that hallway, that'd be just the right place for you.
Yeah, my plan is that if we see her, I'm gonna scope for somebody else who's looking for a movie, and kind of keep my eye on somebody who's already got a movie, and then if I see her, I'm gonna run over there and like say, "Hey, I wanted that movie," and like cause a ruckus with that person.
Hey,
So,
don't spoil it, man. Don't spoil
oh, sorry.
it. All right.
Oh, but that would also, but I want to know what your plan is so that that'll alert me also.
So that's my plan. That's what I told you on
Yeah,
the way over here.
yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, and
So,
I'm gonna place myself near the counter so I can slip behind the counter quickly when the girl leaves. And so I go and start looking at the videos that are shelved right near the counter, and realize that I'm looking at the children's section. Uh, and I'm trying to look like I'm actually interested in it.
Excellent.
so do we want to wait till there's no more people left in the store? Because otherwise, if you go running back, there's somebody's gonna say, see you.
They're all looking
Isn't
at
that to our
they're all looking
advantage?
at the shelves.
Okay.
As long as nobody's trying to check out a video.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. So the girl goes back to kind of doing some homework behind the counters. You're doing your thing. Kind of looks up every now and then to kind of scan the place, dutifully, and then goes back to her homework and kind of keeps doing a circuit of that. So I'm assuming Andy will wait until she's doing a look-see round.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn the corner and go past. It's like one of those a curtain is up, and then you have to pull aside the curtain and go in, and the thing says with lights above it, adults only. So as you go in, and suddenly there are like 2 or 3 embarrassed dudes back there, who are now this kid's walking in on them, getting looking at nudie movies, and this may or may not be the first time you've seen a picture of a boob. We are not sure. It's not confirmed.
Well, we did watch. We did watch
Revenge of the
Oh,
Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, but did we get knocked out before the boobs or not?
Do you-
Oh.
PB pre-boob or something? I don't know.
Oh, Andy's seen that movie many times.
Excellent. So yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there is
Actually, yeah.
there. It seems like there's the air pressure in the room lowers when everyone in the other guys in there going, all at once. One is of course one of the local pastors or something like that. It's inevitable. That kind of thing. Yeah,
So
you
I'm
meet
just
it.
walking in like this is no big deal. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna act all starstruck or anything. I'm just like, all right, let's see.
Did they get any new releases? Yeah.
Hey, what can you recommend, Father?
As you kind of break the plane of the curtain, you do hear the girl from the counter. Hey, you can't go in there. You can't go in. Hey. and she does, there's the scuffle, and she actually vaults over the counter, like,
Wow.
Joom. And next thing you know, she's heading towards the adults only area. And
Nice.
is this when I'm assuming this is when Alice makes her move?
Yeah, Alice watches her go, and kind of in that, almost in like this smooth move, she sort of watches her go, and as she turns watching it go, she steps to the side and slips behind the counter, uh, and starts looking around. So it's a combination of looking around and acting like she's supposed to be there.
Right?
So is this where I like
Yeah, hold on.
investigator or something?
Yeah, I just want to, let's see here. Yeah, actually, I just want to have to adjust the thing over real quick. Give me just a moment, please. Let's see. There we are. Sorry. I didn't have a chance to adjust this before. Un momento, por favor. And we're good. And we're good. And there we are. Okay, cool. All right, good enough. So, yeah, let's roll a investigate for you. So,
okay.
Wait, one sec.
Did it roll? What happened?
It did. You got one success.
Okay.
So, I'll let you. Let's go to the investigate real quick, and let's see if what you can do. Well, I think you'll get like a couple questions. Here we go. Yeah, investigate. All right. Yeah, so you get to ask two of the questions. And again, you kind of like, your eyes are just moving all over the place, searching for something, anything out of the ordinary, anything, key-wise, that kind of thing.
Well, I think a good first question is, where is it?
Where is it? It's not here.
You can't do that. It says specifically in the rules.
What is that? I have to be honest with
Seriously,
you.
it says if you get success, if you get success, you can't you at least have to give them something to work with too. So
All right. Well, it's not. Well, the keys are not there. There is a hook maybe that they maybe have gone on, but it is now empty.
Okay.
What's your second question?
Yeah. My second question is, what do you mean they're not here? No, I'm kidding.
yeah, like what has happened here? Like
Yeah.
where did they go?
Yeah. What's the yeah?
Let's see. I'm debating between what does it mean or what has happened here, which in this circumstance kind of seem like the same question.
Okay. So
I'm
what
going to
is?
go with what has happened here.
Okay. So if you had just kind of looking around, getting kind of the lay of the land, you're going to assume that when what's your face when Sylvie Hallorhan is here, she probably puts the key ring down, but otherwise she probably carries it with her. The thing's worn, keys have gone on and off it and that kind of thing. But this is not a thing that apparently she leaves completely unattended when she's not present, that kind of thing. But I will give you so just remember you get a +1 die should you follow up on any of those things. And it's about that time as there's a scuffle. So by the way, Andy, the girl from the counter is at this. There's this like conundrum. Like she had, like if it's a program, it's like one line says must stop underage people from going into the adult area. And the second line, I am underage. And so she's like stuck there. She can't go in. Little boy, kiddo, you dude, you need to get out of there. You need to get out of there.
I'm 18. Come
You're
come in here.
there's
Check my ID.
I'm not coming. No, you get out here and show me your ID. There's no way you're 18.
No, no, no. I'm just gonna look around. Never you mind.
You can just.
Mikey,
Some really great movies back here. Hey, check this out. This looks just like you.
Oh my god! If she had any urine, she just peed it.
in your dreams, Andy.
So
Do
meanwhile,
you have a boyfriend?
oh my god! You can't see her because she refuses to pull aside the curtain, but you can just like sense the heat of her anger radiating through it and threatening to burn your skin. It's so hot.
Okay, well, so I'm gonna try to like charm her now, just to try to like sort of get her calmed down, and then see if I can just sort of like use the old Andy Martin charm on her, and see where that gets me.
Yeah, do it. Let's roll some charm action.
All right, so pull her up here. All right, and where's charm? There we go. Give her a shot.
One success. All right.
All right.
So no bonus effects, but yeah.
So basically, I'm like, all right. So I'll kind of like peek my head out and just say, hey, that's cool. I just want to check it out in here. Hey. So.
Do you actually come back out?
Yeah, but I'm gonna make sure that her back is still to the counter, and then I'm gonna say, so in all seriousness, like, what do you recommend for a good movie here? I'm kind of debating. Like, I see, I've seen Stand By Me, and it's pretty good, but I'm kind of debating between that and Big Trouble in Little China. Like, have you seen either one of those?
So as you kind of come out, your charm success basically gets you what you wanted. Her back will stay to the counter and she'll stay engaged with you. Yeah, she's like, oh, now she's gone from terrified that like she can't enforce the rules to relieved that now she's like on even footing. Like, this is something I can talk about. I'm allowed to do this. I'm actually interacting with the customer. Da da da. So
plus she's probably used to like kids our age trying to sneak back there. I mean,
oh sure
like,
this is not the first time. This is not her first rodeo either, as you saw as she vaulted the counter there. So as if on cue, Sylvie Hallorhan comes in the back, like right past where like Mikey is awaiting for her.
I quick spot Ms. Schmidt, the women's gym teacher, who's in the rom-com section, and run over there and grab the video, whatever she's got in her hand, and say, hey, I saw this first. This is my video. You can't take this. Mrs. Hallerhan.
Yeah, she's like, you can tell that she's just like totally has no idea what to do. Like, did that student just grab this video out of my hand? And it's like, and if you could read her mind, it would be something to the effect of, what am I going to watch with my wine now? Basically. So yeah, go ahead and let's have you do a charm. See how you see how you do keeping some people's attentions. Nothing. So
Can I burn a luck?
Yeah, if you want to burn a luck, go ahead. Reroll it.
Yep. I'll burn a luck. Oh, I didn't. Yep. All right.
2 successes. Well worth it.
All right.
Good luck. Yeah.
All right. So cool.
Well-burned luck.
Yeah, precisely. So let's take a look at that. So so the first success basically gets you the attention you want. I'll say you get it from both Sylvie and the woman. So
Okay.
what do you want for the other die? What do you want for your bonus effect?
For my bonus effect. You may use the wait. You may use the contact once as an item with bonus +1. So
No, I think
guess.
you're at the wrong one. Let's look
Oh,
over at
you're right.
charm.
I'm looking at contact. Sorry.
Okay.
She will try to persuade others to believe you. She's frightened, confused, or impressed. She's infatuated. Asking you Mr. Side, what can plausibly be? So what did you say the first one was?
The first one gets her attention and Sylvie Hallorhan as she comes in.
Okay. Okay. Boy, that's a
No
good
pressure.
question. Yeah. She. Let's make her. Let's make Mrs. Hallerhan. Confused.
Okay. Yeah, so she doesn't quite know what to do. You don't normally, she doesn't have to normally handle this on a daily basis. That's what she hires teenagers for.
Yeah.
So suddenly she has potential, a client with, with the kid arguing over a movie. So yeah, that definitely gets her attention. Alice, you will notice that on her belt loop is one of those things, like the little key thing, that they strap onto the belt, and a bunch of keys hanging off of it. And so Alice, if you're going to act on that, since you were looking for was part of your investigation, I'll give you a +1 die to interact with it if you should choose to do so. It being the keys.
Interact with it.
Like, grab those keys, man. I mean, Alice.
Okay. Well, I slip out from behind the counter, and I walk over, like I'm just kind of curious about what's going on over there. And I've seen this in movies, and I try and bump up against Ms. Hallerhan, and try and work the keys off of her belt. Is this something that kind of like, it's got a clip that just slips over the belt?
It's like a snap, like it snaps the leather thing snaps over the belt and.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I try and unsnap that and lift the belt off.
The ring off. The belt stays.
Yes, right. Lift the ring off the belt. Yeah.
All right. Now's time to
So,
give us a sneak.
So what do I roll for that?
Sneak.
Sneak.
Yep.
Okay.
0 successes. Do you want to stay with that, or you want to roll? You want to do some luck? You want to check a skill or check a condition?
Did that bonus only give her a bonus die, or was it a bonus success?
No, bonus die. So yeah, go ahead and roll. Hit your little roll d6 thing, and I forgot about your other. Actually, you have one more die, so go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
So roll 1d6.
How do I do that?
Left.
Should be at the lower left.
Section.
Should be. You should see like roll d6 or whatever you named it. It's a blue button.
Oh, I remember setting that up, but I don't remember.
Lower left.
Yeah,
lower left of.
It's under our names in Roll20, where our names are in the lower left of the screen. It's under there. There's a little button that says Roll D6.
Don't see what you're talking about.
All right, then maybe
there's a page that says characters, then it lists the characters. I see it. Finally, okay. I just clicked that once, right?
click it, and then you're rolling 1d6. The number of dice 1.
Okay. All right.
0 successes. All right.
No.
That was your +1. So now, do you want to spend any luck or check a skill or anything like that?
Let's Let's see what we got.
What's your pride again? You don't take shit from no one?
Yeah. Wait. I have 0 luck points. Was that from the last time I used luck?
Yeah, those
Do
have
I have a
refreshed
luck
with
point
this.
now?
Yeah, you have whatever your normal level is, but yes, it refreshed since
Okay.
last time. And anyone who had any conditions checked, of course, remove those.
Okay. And how do I roll that luck point?
You re-roll the skill. So remove it, set it back to 0 again, and then re-roll that
And then
sneak.
roll it. Okay. All right.
This time you don't get the. You've used up your extra +1 die.
Yes. Okay.
0 successes. You can. Last thing you can do is check a condition.
Check a condition.
So you could
Angry,
become
scared, exhausted, injured, broken. I think I'm getting kind of pissed off that I'm not being able to get that clasp undone.
All right.
So I would say angry.
Okay. Check angry
Okay.
and
I
roll again.
Sneak again.
Yep.
Roll sneak again.
Yes.
Okay.
This is your last shot. 0 successes. All right. So
No.
so you're kind of trying to you kind of do the thing you see in the movies where you like bump up against her and like you're really bad at this. So what what you're doing is like you bump up, you kind of try to grab it, you miss it. You bump up against, you try to grab it, you miss it. You bump up, and this time she sees what you're doing and basically puts a hand straight on yours as you basically as your hands are coming over the keys.
Oh!
As your hands are coming over the keys, her hand goes over your hand, and now you're locked in place with her. And she gives you that
Schmidt
she
is
gives you that
eyeing this
look.
whole thing up.
And she gives you that look like, and then what are you trying to do?
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's
Can I?
Angry Alice time.
All right.
Don't take shit from nobody, Alice.
Especially Angry Alice.
All right. So I can say something to her. Will that allow me like to use charm?
You can, well, I mean, it'll be it'll be like an intimidate or something. At this point, there is no such thing as charming her. Well, I suppose it would be it would take several successes to do at this point. But yeah. So let's.
Okay.
If you want to charm
All right.
her, it'll be like.
Well, yeah. So what I say, I say, can we get away from these two? Just I sort of like, her hand is on mine, but it's like I use my hand to take her hand and pull her away a little bit
Okay.
from the other people, and and I'm really, my face is kind of red because I'm angry, but I'm trying to work with that, and I say, look, I'm really sorry, but I mean, I'm only 14 years old, and I'm starting to have my period, and I'm really
Oh my god.
And I was just, and I was afraid to say anything, and I was just trying to get your key so I could get into the bathroom.
Oh wow, that's a good one. I'm gonna say it's gonna require. Well, that's a pretty good one. I gotta give you points for.
Dude.
I gotta give you points for a well thought out charm. So I won't make it 2 successes required like I was thinking. So go ahead and roll some charm.
Okay.
Standard 1 success.
Now, can I do this? This should also. Do I do it with the silvered shades to get extra?
I would say no. You're not trying to intimidate her. You're trying to get sympathy. They're really more.
Silvered shades don't really lend themselves to sympathy, do they?
They do not. They do not.
Okay, so charm. All right.
Oh.
Do you want to check another condition?
No. Oh my goodness. This is what Jude was complaining about the last time.
We're gonna have to make another distraction, I think.
You're gonna have to rob the place, for Christ's sake.
Okay. I think at this point, I'm gonna I'm going to check exhausted because I'm kind of getting toward my wit's end here.
Sure.
And
All
then
right.
roll charm again.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
One success, even with -2
All
dice.
right.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, so you kind of falter there for a second. You see her kind of think about things, like, you know, you can see the calculations going up, like, and then she's like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Dearie, I can totally relate. Let's get you here. Those aren't the keys you want. Hey, Marie, what?" And she's still talking to Andy, and it's like, "Marie, can you get the bathroom key, please?" And Marie's like now in this very like deep conversation about the hidden meanings behind Big Trouble in Little China with Andy, like, and just like she actually you can see the look on her face, she actually hates to break away from this conversation. And next thing you know, she's like, "Oh yeah, yes, Miss Hallorhan, yes, Miss Hallorhan." She kind of runs back up and whatnot. Meanwhile, out of curiosity, does Mikey give up the video at this point, or is he still like, "I want it"?
No, he definitely would let go of that, like, fake the whole, oh,
This isn't Mutant Ninja
always,
Turtles.
but always, this isn't the movie I want to see. Oh, sorry.
The teacher is just like, yeah, oh, fuck.
Dirty Dancing. What?
So yeah, the key comes into Alice's possession. It's one of those dealios with, like, the huge thing attached to it. I don't know. Is it like a car rim or something like that, or something absurdly
Oh no,
large?
it's an old movie reel
Oh,
with
an
a
old
film
movie
on it.
reel. Nice.
Oh,
With the
there you
film.
go.
Yeah.
That's
But
perfect.
not huge. It's like an 8 millimeter,
Yeah. So
16
Yeah.
millimeter.
it's obscenely large where it can't be hidden in a pocket or
It's like
anything.
the AV movie they show you in class. The 10-minute
Right.
movie.
Yep. So yeah, so she kind of gives you the key and sends you on her way. You know, just, if you need anything, let me know. I have some stuff behind the counter.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate this. She says almost through clenched teeth because she's got the wrong key.
Oh, I have to say that was really inspired. That was pretty good. uh, so yeah, she herds you over to the bathroom, and what are you guys doing? What are Andy and Mikey
So
doing at this point?
yeah, so I've made my way over to Andy and, doing this sort of thing. We gotta get that key. How are we gonna get that key?
So I was wondering if we should. So now that I've kind of got the old charm going on Marie, like like if I could sort of like see if I can get her to help us, like, but I don't, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean,
Uh,
our options are either that or like try to still get the key, but I think she's sort of, I would imagine she's pretty wary right now. Like, I think the odds of us just being able to randomly get that would be, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'm not in on the conversation because
right.
I'm in the bathroom, leaving tampon debris in the wastebasket so it looks like I actually used one.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think Alice is kind of a utilitarian where she just like, I have to go to the bathroom anyway.
Yeah,
So
while I'm there, sure.
I guess maybe we can get her to. I mean, she's still young, right? Maybe she would believe that there is a conspiracy going on, right? Like,
Ooh.
maybe we could ask her some opening questions, like, you know, did you ever notice anything strange about Mrs. Hallerhan? And then see if she responds, or like if that opens something up for us to work with.
That's a pretty neat idea.
And then
I'm just so to the end that, do we think that Marie can get the key for us,
or at least become an
Okay, so
ally.
all right, so Mikey, since you're the one kind of I think formulating this, I'm actually going to have you. We haven't actually had a need for this, but I'm going to have you roll an empathize for me.
Okay. I guess that's not bad. What is that? Mind? Okay. Here's where I wish I could somehow get my pocket computer involved. All right, empathize.
Yes,
Here we go.
you got this. 2 successes. I'll be
Oh
darned.
my gosh.
You had four dice, 2 sixes. Nice. All right, so empathize is basically the ability to study what makes a person, an animal, or conscious robot, or cyborg tick, and how to find its
Oh
weakness.
yeah.
You need time to study them, which you have. And if you succeed, you get to ask 2 questions. So this is where your inner
Yeah.
queries. What will she do,
Yeah.
or that kind of
And
thing.
well, uh how how can
How
we
can I make her do something?
yeah, how can we make her help us to get the key, right? Either
Hmm.
by ally or directly. And then what do I get to use my second one for? Just another thing or
Yeah, you get to ask 2 questions.
just
Or actually,
okay.
or let's see. So I'm sorry. You get to ask 2 questions just for your 1 success, and then you get to ask an additional question for that extra one if you want to spend it there. Well, I suppose
Okay.
you have another place. So you actually have a total of 3 successes, or 3 questions rather, if you'd like.
Yeah, so how can we make her help us? What will she do? And then I guess the third one is I I guess to be sure, is she lying?
Okay.
Just to secure all of that.
Well, now your empathize. I'll let you kind of like use it over time here. So let's start
Okay.
with like I'll let you interact with her first before you start asking these other questions. Because right now, is she lying? No, she really enjoys Big Trouble in Little China because that's what she was
Oh,
just
okay.
talking about. So that
Yeah,
doesn't quite
yeah.
apply. So let's hold on to those other 2 questions. Let's first ask which one is first? Which one is to kind of before you have a conversation with her type of move?
Yeah, so how can we make her help us?
Gotcha.
That's the first question, right?
Sure. So you just kind of watching her, again, she's doing her homework fastidiously behind the counter. Um, but at the same time, she's literally always here after work or after school, rather. This is like right after school on a school day, and she's always seems to be here when you guys are here lately, at least. Um, so how can you make her do something? You can make some kind of threat that she's going to lose the job and therefore the money.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay. Uh
Moral dilemma time.
yeah, big time. Like I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
but would there be any opportunity for you to offer to help her with her homework, like because you're so smart?
Uh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I that's oh yeah, I just can't go that direction of like I'm gonna threaten her. Um I do like the help idea. So um can I glean what she's working on and like see which problem she skipped?
So, what is her
And
weak spot? Are you using up your second question for what is her weak spot? Is that what you're saying?
no, I just think it's an alternative to threatening her. Like I think Andy's right. If she whatever she's working on, I can probably help if it's math or science based. So I just want to see, like what problem is she stuck on, and then check that out and help her out. So
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it looks like right now she's doing math problems. You can
so
see from her book.
Woohoo.
yeah. So I see that this problem here is all about distributed properties, and it's fraction division, which is kind of tough. But with this problem, if you flip over the fraction, instead of dividing by the fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal, then you should be able to get the answer here.
And they said you'd never use algebra after graduating high school.
Okay, side note here. The only reason I know that right now is because I've been spending weeks right now helping Sim with math. And so like I've been practicing that stuff literally like
Cool.
every day. So
That's hilarious.
Well, and it shows you just how valuable that turns out to be.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so she yeah, she's like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. I knew exactly what you're talking about just when you said it. And yeah, now she fills in the answer correctly at the end of the equation.
Hey, so I was wondering if you could help us with something, and it's kind of weird. Um
She kind of cocks her head. Mm.
yeah. So we we found something that we're not sure if it's legal or illegal, and we think it involves Mrs. Hallerhan, but we have no way to prove it, and we need to get some more information. Would you be willing to help us with that? I can explain more, of course.
That's
Have you ever noticed
interesting.
something weird about her, or like something out of the ordinary that just doesn't make sense?
She's like, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Illegal? She kind of looks over at Hallerhan, who's still in the room, is now taking up a position at the front desk now that she's kind of not. She's kind of hanging back with you guys. Uh, she's like, I
I'm
don't. I
like
mean,
I'm like big gulp, you know, noticing that Hallerhan's there.
yeah, so what do you mean illegal?
Uh, so here's where I think I need to ask a slightly different version of a question, which is like, do I think I can trust her? Which is kind of like, is she lying, but a different thing. Like, do I get the sense that she's at least kind of on board, or is she super defensive and like, I can tell this is not going to go well?
Let's see. I will say that you can. Your second question is basically, yeah. What will she do?
Yeah,
You're kind
yeah,
of feeling. You're kind of
it
feeling her
is.
out right here.
Yeah.
Your sense is that she is kind of 50-50 right now. You haven't you put something out there and maybe, but still this is like the lady she's worked with for a while now, and that's where she gets her money from, and that's really, really important because if you don't have money you can't go to the mall, or not that there's a mall in Ninawake, but you know, that kind of thing. So this is,
Okay.
you really haven't put out enough for her to make her like be on board, you know, team Mikey at this point.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because I'm not sure how to bridge the gap between her very real life need of like being able to pay for college and whatever, and this job versus potentially like busting Mrs. Hallerhan in some kind of way that's gonna cause her to lose this job. Um, Boy, that's tough. Although we could go the accomplice route, like, yeah, okay, so yeah, because I think there's some kind of a chance in Mikey's mind that this could be true. So, um, apparently, and I'll just kind of start walking back as if, you know, I'd like to see this video over here, but I just can't reach it. And uh as we walk over there, so apparently, these Twizzlers that she's been handing out, they make people black out, and it happened to me and Andy and Jude and Alice. And then we found out that after people are blacking out, they're being like interrogated by her, and it's recorded. And that's what we have is the tapes of those recordings, so we can prove it. But here's the thing: I'm concerned that uh, we need to find out what is also behind this big new door that's underneath the store in the back. And I'm really concerned that anybody who isn't already a part of this might end up being fingered as an accomplice to whatever she's doing.
Ooh.
So, like, if you were to help us, then, you know, we could stick up for you, and
All
we
right.
just need to get the key to that door.
All right. So I'm going to say that if you can get one success on charm, I will. I'll say that she kind of hits your side of the fence.
Okay, wish me luck.
Good luck.
One success.
Ooh.
She kind of takes down the video, and you can hear, and she goes, "Here, kid. Here's that video that you wanted." And she hands it to you now that she's like a conspirator.
Yeah.
Is this still in the rom-com area? Did she just hand him a rom-com video?
Probably.
Yeah. How
But
about Princess Bride?
Princess Bride. Okay,
Oh,
there you
that's good. That's good.
go.
Yeah.
You guys are like totally concerned about what video it is, and like I just don't feel good about this unless we have something that like I would really take. I don't know. It's not right. So like yeah, so she can see she by the way she's looking at Hallerhan, she's now like suspicious. So you only got one success. So that means she's on your side, but it's not going to last forever here. So
Okay.
what you need to do is like soon. So what was it? What was the? I forget. What was the actual thing you told her you wanted her to do for you? Or
Uh, well, we need to get that key that's on her. That's on her. So maybe she could help us identify when it's going to be available, like when we could take it, and
she's
then
like,
help
yeah.
distract.
So she's like, by the way, my name's Becky, and
Okay, Becky.
she kind of points to her name tag, but not that anybody ever really cares about her name because she's just
Suddenly
the girl that works at the at the video store.
having this personal moment where she shares like that is one of those Dreamweaver moments for Mikey. Dreamweaver.
She wants me to
I,
look at her name tag.
I'm Mikey. I mean Mike. I'm Mike.
Yeah, yeah, and Andy totally sees the sudden lack of focus in Mikey.
Mike and Becky sitting in the
So Becky says, "Oh, I know just how to get those keys. Miss Hallorhan
Excellent.
doesn't like stocking the shelves. I gotta get some supplies. I'll be right back. How long do you need this for? I can give it to you for maybe a few minutes tops. Then you gotta give it back."
Yeah, that works. That works.
So she kind of goes up.
All we got to do is unlock the padlock and then bring the key back.
Right.
So
Yeah.
she goes up to the front and hey, Miss H, yeah, I need to restock the Twizzlers. Can I get the key to the supply cabinets? And she's kind of doing her own record keeping, bookkeeping up at the front. And oh yeah, here you go, Becky. And she tosses the keys. Becky catches like the bunch of them and heads down the hallway. The hallway leads out and to the door that leads to the supply room. What do you do?
Is there an exit door back there that we could
Yeah,
walk out and then come back in through?
yeah. Like I said, it actually leads. There's a there's a front exit that you guys came in, and then there's a hallway that goes down the back of it that includes like the bathroom, the stock room, and then a doorway out that leads into the back, which is where the parking lot would be. Small parking lot
Yeah.
for this place.
Yeah. So I say we get the key off and give it to Andy to run down there and run back.
All right. There is only one like master lock key, so it's easy to find. So if Andy wants to hoof it out there as fast as humanly possible and unlock it.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, so just it takes like a whole probably 45 seconds for him to run back there, click the lock open, take the key out, run back to you guys, and hand it back.
Then we should check out this movie and let's go because I'm really excited to see it.
So
That's inconceivable.
oh my god.
Wait, what do you mean? I
Oh.
do not think that means what you mean. What you think it means.
Touche.
Anybody
No more
want
rhyming.
the peanut?
I mean it.
Anybody want the peanut?
Obviously, you studied your Agrippa, which I have. So yes,
Good stuff.
yeah. So Vicky's happy to get the key back. Her days as conspirator are now over, as she kind of gives you guys a wink and takes the keys back up, and gives it back to Sylvie Hallorhan. And up front, you guys check out, and business goes back to normal.
Andy says to Mikey, "Ask her out."
Okay. Hey, Becky?
Oh, hey, yeah, what's going on?
I was wondering if you would want to come watch this movie with me tonight?
Oh, yes. So if you can roll 3 successes on the charm, you have a date tonight.
Oh my
Use
god.
all of your conditions.
Break yourself. Break yourself.
He would totally be willing to do that, you know.
Yes. For any listening not aware, yes, to break oneself is to get all the conditions checked, and then you're broken. And I think Mikey's almost ready for that. He's willing to do.
Oh, I would, except that subtracts rolls. That subtracts dice from your rolls.
That does. That totally does.
So this is part of my drive. So does drive add anything like extra dice
No.
or anything like that, or
no? In the game, technically, drive is like what drives you to participate in the mysteries. So but it doesn't. It's more of like a flavor thing to kind of give you guidance and to give me guidance and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got it. All right, charm.
Yep. Roll like the wind.
Nope.
Nope, you just got the one.
Ain't gonna happen.
So she actually she gives you the hair rustle on top of the head. Oh, that's so cute. No, in a couple years, in a couple 3 years, maybe you ask me again, maybe I will. But I'm really busy and I have to do things.
This sucks.
Totally. Now he's totally deflated. I should have made that a condition. Like, roll three charm successes, and if you fail, you're automatically frustrated. No.
But hey, it wasn't a flat out no. I'm trying to so this is Andy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a flat out no, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
she
I'm just
didn't
saying.
say no. I just have to get a little bit older.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is Alice still playing up the scene in the bathroom? Like, it's like, I don't know how long I'm supposed to stay in here for. Or did you finally peek out and see that the guys are leaving with the video, or where are you at?
Well, before peeking out, Alice, since she's in the bathroom, she figures to do the Zero Effect investigation from the movie Zero Effect. I don't know if you've seen that. And this investigation rule is, if you look for something specific, the chances are you'll never find it. But if you look for anything at all, the chances are very good that you'll find something. So while she's in the bathroom, she figures she's just going to have a look around. So can I like roll investigate for that? See if there's anything there.
Just for funsies, I really don't think there's anything of note. But and basically the investigate rule would reveal it to you if there was. Let's give it a roll just for
There you
kicks.
go. Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing in there. But let's see let's see.
That just defeats the whole thing.
Well, I'll give it a shot.
I'm
Let's
not
see.
wasting anything by rolling an investigate, right?
No, you're not.
Okay, let's
Maybe
do it.
like a little tiny dinosaur in the trash can or something, you know.
Yeah,
Sure.
I got a success.
All right. So let's see here. Again, there's nothing there. Let's see. Trying to think of anything you could really do with that. Unfortunately, I can't make something where there's nothing. So you don't find anything of note. See if I'll try to give you something. If nothing, I can make something worthwhile.
Maybe some writing on the wall or something
or like how about this? Yeah, so on the wall of the stall, you see cheap guitar lessons, $5 a session. Call this number.
Cool. I'm going to write that down.
There you go. Cool. So you found something.
Yeah. So I'm done in the bathroom. I walk out and I see Andy and Mikey, you know, just they seem to be kind of distracted. They seem to be kind of, you know, off the goal.
Off the goal.
kind of forgotten to walk back around the store to the other side.
Yeah. And so I kind of like look at them and just do like, you know, what do we know?
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
And so is somebody gonna tell me? Did you get the key? What's going on?
You got the key. Wow.
So we're like,
yeah. So I'm saying come here, and you're saying I gotta go to you. So that sets up this whole okay. You know, who's gonna give? This is a little like hand waving chicken going on here.
I can totally see that too. If this was like a movie scene, it'd be like the one scene we focused on Alice, like, and the other guys are going like,
Because I'm in the back. I'm in the back by the bathroom. I'm closer to the secret door. Right? So come on over here. Yeah.
well, what do you think, Mikey? Should we head back by her? I mean, because we checked out. So we just checked out the video, right?
right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't we
Alice.
normally?
Yeah. Hey, Ellis, we got the video, so let's go. We're gonna watch it at my house. My dad's not home.
Okay, so
My
I roll
dad's
my
not home.
eyes and I walk over to them and I say, so we're going to sneak around the back as soon as we get out, right?
Straight.
Okay.
And sneak you do. Again, it's like slow to medium, you know, people going through. It doesn't, if you're, I'm assuming you're looking to go through the door and the back. So I mean, it's a matter of like maybe 5 minutes before like nobody's coming or going, or you know, walking down the sidewalk, you know, over past you on like, you know, where the parking lot is here. So it takes about 5 minutes, and then you have a go, like boom, time to go. Nobody's here.
So we
What do you do?
quick.
The master lock's off, right?
Master lock is unlocked. Probably, I'm assuming Andy
Unlocked,
probably
right,
left
so
it back
like
on,
hanging.
still on to hanging but not connected. That's my assumption, Andy. Is that true?
Yep. So I'll open the door and see what we can see.
He's doing the go. And before you know it, you guys are going down a stairway, a dark stairway. And who's last? Who's gonna? Is there? And whoever's last, are you gonna close the door behind you?
So I mean, assuming there's no light source readily available, I think what I'll do is prop my baseball on the door so that it leaves a crack enough to sort of shine some light through.
Ooh, nice, perfect.
And then I'll
Again,
be
the
last one
baseball,
down.
the baseball is there for you. Nice. So yeah, it does just that. You guys are kind of, you have like the sliver of light coming down, and it kind of guides you down the stairs. You can see like how many stairs there are. It's like 10 stairs to the bottom, and when you get to the bottom, you kind of take a couple steps forward. There's another like door with just doesn't even have a lock on it. It's just a normal door latch, if you will. So once you are you guys gonna go right through it, flip the latch, and go?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you step through, and as you step into the room, lights start to turn on.
I absentmindedly grab Alice's hand. More like a mom reaching for a mom reflex, you know.
Right. So the I'm sorry, I'm having an internal thought process here. Yeah, so lights pop on, and this is the 80s, so I don't think motion sensors were like a thing yet.
No.
Like, so this is
Of course,
kind of
in this reality, it might be.
Well, but in this high-tech basement, it might be.
yeah. So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. It's like this isn't standard, but so for here suddenly these lights go on as if by your movement. It's too perfectly timed.
Yeah. Oh, that's what freaks Mikey out.
So
so Mikey grabs my hand. I kind of like, pull it away and say, "What
Get
the
off!
fuck, kid?
Get off me, cooties!"
Because she's still in angry Alice
sorry.
state, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Alice. What do we see?
So you are this is again, if this were a movie like or a movie or a TV show, so the place it's like a big basement. The walls are all exposed concrete. There's several lights overhead, the kind hang like it's like long fluorescent lights that you can get. It's those, and there's a bunch of them. It basically lights the room pretty darn well. Except like around like some of the corners are dark. You see like several tables. They seem just again
huge.
As you kind of scan around, you see like the one of the tables is like dedicated to like it looks like some kind of science experiments going on there. Like you can see a bunch of vials and test tubes and stuff, and like little holders for the test tubes, Bunsen burner. Another table, you see a bunch of recording gear. It's like there's like a reel to reel tape recorder type thing, and it's actually going. It's spinning as you're entering in. And another table to the left is like it looks like surveillance gear.
Like it's rewinding or like it's recording something.
It's playing or recording, one of the two. No, there's no way to tell. The last table on the left is again like it looks like surveillance gear. It's like those big huge binoculars and that kind of thing. You see like what looks like microphones, etc., just kind of laying there waiting to be used. And in the middle of the room, there's like basically one of those metal. It's like the things you see in the horror movies. It's like one of those metal half reclined chairs that holds the person on it, and there's like straps, and it's facing away from you right now. What do you do?
The straps are undone, or
the straps are strapping someone down.
Oh, they're strapping somebody down
to that table that's facing away from you.
Chair?
Yes, there's someone in the chair.
There's
They're
somebody
strapped
in the
into it,
chair.
and it's facing
So,
away from you
so wait,
presently.
they were strapped in the chair in the dark?
It would appear so.
And the
Wow.
tape is still running, which
Right.
means it's probably recording. But then, where's the interviewer?
What do you do?
Oh God.
Or or you guys want to take an early break to process all this? I say go for
What
it.
does comprehend do again?
Comprehend. It's basically having the right information at the right time. Like it's if you had an internet, or if you had a library access, would you know this or that?
Okay. All right.
What are you looking to do? What's your goal here?
So the overall goal really is to find proof that, um, more proof to back up the tape, right? That we got. So what do we need to? What can we use from this that we can back up the evidence that we already have? Obviously, photos would be awesome, but somebody with the camera isn't here right now.
Damn it,
But
Jude! Damn it to heck!
Hasn't this possibly turned into a rescue mission?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the first thing we do is we walk around to the front side of the chair and see who's in it, what the state is.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you guys do?
Yeah.
Or do you
Yeah.
do you
That's what
walk
Alice is
around,
gonna do.
or do you do the more dramatic spin the chair around?
I didn't realize the chair could spin. Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
so oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say most likely we'd probably walk around. We wouldn't want to touch anything just yet. Would be my feeling.
But in the Spielberg movie, Alice would push the chair and it would slowly rotate around until we're looking at the face of whoever was in it.
Alice, if that's what you do, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going Spielberg with this one.
All right, yeah.
All right.
So the chair squeaks a little as it goes. It doesn't get that much motion out of it apparently, and it turns, and you kind of look. It's the camera pans from the bottom up, and you see bare feet, and like what looks like some very kind of not rough pants, but like basically as you look up, you see that some kind of jumpsuit, like a work jumpsuit, like that someone would wear if they were going to get dirty or something like
The
that.
feet, men or women's feet?
They're women's feet.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like a jumpsuit. As the camera pans up, it gets to the face, and the three of you guys are looking at the face of Mrs. Wong.
I immediately start unbuckling her.
So yeah, she looks.
I think you need to describe your emotional state too.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, tell us, Mikey, what's going on in Mikey's brain here. But
Okay.
mommy's in Taiwan.
Yeah. Yeah, so it kind of like I knew it all along type of thing, right? Which he really didn't, but of course she didn't really actually leave him, right? So and
Wow.
then the the fear of like, what, why is she here? And then the anger of like, what have you done to my mom? And like, we got to get her out of here.
Absolutely. So yeah, so she looks like in a drugged state. She's her head is kind of
Do Andy
strapped
and I
up.
know that what Mikey's mom looks like? Do we
Oh yeah, you would have
understand who this person is right away?
yeah, you would have absolutely bumped into her coming or going at some
Okay.
time or another.
Science
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, or something, but, or even coming to get Mikey or whatever. You guys have absolutely seen her. So yeah, so her head is like
Okay.
strapped to like
Andy's
that
games.
top of the table, and so it's positioned so it can't move down, and her eyes are just kind of glazed over, like you would expect like someone on drugs, some kind of euphoric to be, or some kind of sleep inducing drug to be that kind of effect. And she kind of blinks every now and then, but she doesn't really. It's like she doesn't, even when her eyes are open, she's not sensing the world around her. Like, she doesn't know that she's about to, she's looking in the direction of her son, etc., etc.
So is she small in stature? Is it so if in a pinch would Andy be able to sort of carry her?
Yeah, she's going to be like 110 pounds. So no
And
problem.
Andy's a big kid. I was just sort of like, if she can't walk or something like that.
You could
Yeah.
easily fireman carry her.
That's recent. If nothing, he can like, do the, arm around the shoulder lunge type of thing. So let's why don't we take an early break there, because Dr. Arculari's alarm is about to go off. So let's
I gotta get my secret drugs.
yes, exactly. Are they secret though? Are they?
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God.
all right.
I knew
So
it. I knew my mom wouldn't leave.
all right. So let's take a
Didn't see
break.
that coming, did you?
No, I literally did not.
We'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Do what you need to do, and we'll see you shortly.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, and we are back from break. So yeah, so there's Mikey's mom strapped to this metal chair table thing. So Mikey freaks out for a little bit.
Here. Help me get her off of here, Andy.
So I could go over and start undoing all the straps and.
I think we're all doing it. We're all
Yeah.
doing it with the straps. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Are there any like IV feeds plugged into or anything like that?
No, not at this time. There looks like, I mean, by the chemistry set area, there looks like there could be something that's then moved over and hooked up to her like that, but pardon me, not that you can see.
Not now. Yeah.
Not presently.
No electrodes and a headband or anything.
No, but you guys are now in a place where you can see, as you're doing this, you can also see the recorder, and it's recording as opposed to playing.
So I think we should take those tapes, or the tape that's being recorded. Stop the machine, take the tape.
Okay, so Andy does that while the others are unbuckling. I'm kind of curious, just from a role-playing perspective, like Alice, what are you feeling in this moment of, Mikey's mom is like back from being gone, if you will. I mean, is that affecting Alice in any way? Like, oh my God, if dreaming of maybe this happening, this being her mom someday, or maybe you're hoping it was your mom as it was turning around or something, or.
I hadn't thought of that, but when we walked in there, I was thinking Alice has got to be looking at this and saying, I don't know if it's entirely like a rational thought out process, but she's looking at this and thinking of her parents, that this just whole situation is telling her that something happened to her parents. It wasn't an accident. And yeah, no, as you're bringing that up, I don't know. I think this how. I don't want to retcon it.
Well, this is your initial reaction. So this is your internal monologue. So there's no retconning. You feel what you feel. I mean,
okay. Yeah, I thought I don't know if she got to the point of thinking that this was going to be her mother or father in the chair. But as it rotated around, in fact, as she saw that it was Mikey's mother, I could almost envision a different situation in Sweden with her mother and her father strapped into chairs like this. And since she's already like this weird kind of combination of pissed off and exhausted from trying to get the key, it's just really getting to her. I think almost to the point where she actually has to turn away, and throw up just a little bit onto the floor because it's just that there's just these conflicting emotions that have just hit her. But she does that kind of quick and then gets back to unstrapping.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. So Andy, you doesn't take you but a few seconds to get kind of like hit the stop button and grab the reels off there. You don't see any others like
any other?
Yeah, you don't see any others like lying around unused at this point, but yeah, that's the only that's the only tape that you do see though.
Okay, so I'll definitely grab the tape and then head back over, and just basically, but scanning the room, would there be anything else here that's worth sort of either taking, sabotaging, or in some other way trying to, so Andy's pissed off, that they would do this to Mikey's mom. So one of the things he's thinking of is just sort of,
you can smash
on now.
everything.
Yeah, I think we're kind of all looking for.
Yeah, you can literally smash, like, again, they had those big binoculars and some other devices. Those are smashable. That whole chemistry set is made of glass, and there's a Bunsen burner.
I don't know that I want chemicals mixing together.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do 14-year-olds think of that? Probably not, but
well, yeah, that's true.
But that's all. No, yeah. So you still would probably break like the big, those big binoculars have to cost even an $85, like several $100s worth of gear and some other equipment over there. So that can be easily smashed and broken.
I'm going to be trying to revive
I just want to make sure all of the surveillance stuff is rendered.
But Alice was thinking, geez, just grab them. We can use those. We can use them in the hideout.
Yeah, I've just seen in my head of like of Andy just like this look of like the same look he gets when he's like decides to rush the line and rush past his own defense and just slam the dude to get some yards. That look on his face, like, you're going down. As he starts, it's on like Donkey Kong. As he starts, like, there's shards of lenses and crap everywhere. So yeah, and Mikey,
Alice.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty small place, but she gets over and grabs his arm and says, "Andy, we got to get her out of here. Let's go."
All right. I just want to make sure they can't do this to anybody else.
Yeah. Well, let's make sure they can't do anything more to her first.
All right.
Okay,
so Mikey,
right,
meanwhile,
right.
Meanwhile, Mikey is trying to revive her. You're kind of like giving her the slaps on the face kind of thing to kind of get some kind of reaction out of her, or what are you doing?
Yeah, you need to logistically. Mikey wants to know: is she going to be able to walk out of here or not? Is she going to revive, or do we need to go to the hospital?
I'll say the only thing you can really get at this point is that she seems to be sluggish, and like she's in that state where she would maybe stumble along with somebody, but she's not much else. You can see she's starting to get maybe a little more aware of her surroundings.
So we should stumble to some kind of public safety, I think. Like, we have to get out.
So yeah, interesting that you should bring up getting out, because suddenly there is some sunlight that is now peering in the full width of the doorway of the stairway. The stairway that you just came down, and you see baseball rolls to Andy's feet.
So he picks it up and he's ready to just.
Yeah. So this is now an extended test. This is your extended trouble. So
right.
So here's where we're at. So because you're normally it would be like 2 successes required per kid. I'm going to add another one on because you're trying to take a limp adult with you. So tell me what you're doing. Tell me how you're getting out of this and how you're contributing to it. Who has like the most obvious or whatever you want to go with?
Well, so far it's just that his baseball is rolled into the room. We don't know why it came loose.
I'm telling you that someone is coming down the stairs like right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There were footsteps. Yeah.
So this is basically, are you getting out, or how are you getting out, or what's happening here? What's going to happen? So does anyone have a role they'd like to play right away?
Researching.
Researching, computing.
Yeah.
So we just see one set of legs, right?
Yeah, there's like shadow coming down. It's one.
One set of what?
Legs, like, or feet, or something's coming down the stairs. I was just trying to determine, is there more than one person?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Are there any unsmashed technical things still in the room that I could roll calculate for things like, because one of the questions I can ask if on a success is what problems could it cause, or how can I use it?
Hmm. So now remember that this is kind of diverging from our usual trouble, where that kind of thing is important. Right now, we're just trying to get successes to contribute to getting out.
So then it's got to be about like sneak, force, move, that type of stuff.
Yeah, or even like I don't want to mess with your creativity. There's also a chemistry set there. There's chemicals to be messed with. That's science, that kind of thing. But yeah, basically, the extended trouble asked the question, and it only concerns itself with what are you doing to contribute to getting out of here with Mrs. Wong?
Okay. So yeah, I did think about the science thing or the chemicals, which is what made me look at calculate, but calculate doesn't normally work with chemicals. So, but that is where I was
I
going,
would,
is like there's got to
yeah.
be something I can do with those chemicals to create distraction
Well, I would say that's
or even attack,
yeah. I mean, that would be if you're looking at like what do these chemicals do together. That's a comprehend. So
Okay.
if you want to comprehend to like mix chemicals, make acid or smoke or explosion or I don't know whatever. That's up to you. But yeah, so that's that. If you're looking for like science angles, I would say that comprehend's your best bet on this one.
Okay.
And he's going to pick up the baseball that rolled, and he's going to try to kneecap the person with it.
Excellent. All right, Alice, do you have any ideas what you're doing?
Yeah. Alice is leaning much more toward anger and not exhaustion all of a sudden, and she steps over to the wall just alongside the door into the room that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hiding.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Herself back against the wall, and she flips open the two blades on her glove, and they sort of like don't open all the way, and she's got to use her other hand to flip them all the way open. She stands there like ready for anything, whatever that might be.
Gotcha. All right, that leaves Mikey. What's Mikey doing?
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah,
really. She's not real clear on what that anything could possibly be.
All right.
I'm definitely going to go for comprehending what I can do with the chemicals, because I can think of about 6 different things already, depending on what kind of chemicals are available.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, not that
Yeah. So whatever you just tell me what that is, and that'll be what you're doing, and that'll be what your role entails, basically. Your contribution.
So it's a two-parter. It's the analysis of like I need to know what it is.
I'm saying yes. Yeah, so I'm saying it doesn't matter what it is. It can be any chemicals you want to get the reaction you're looking for right now.
Oh,
You
okay.
just have to tell me, okay, you're going to tell me, oh, I make acid, and that kind of, hurts her or stuns her, or I make smoke, and that kind of covers our exit, or I make.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go for something more like super sticky mass, expansive mass. Like something that we can throw at that person,
Oh, gotcha.
and it will first make them like stick to the wall or the floor, and then it will continue to expand. kind of
Yeah,
trapping them there.
some kind of epoxy or
Yeah.
something. Okay, that's awesome. Perfect.
Yeah, like pre-Twizzler goo.
Like what?
Like pre-Twizzler goo.
Pre-Twizzler goo.
I have to watch that one of these days. So okay, so let's do it. So let's start with Mikey. Why don't you roll your comprehend?
Oh no! All right, burning a luck. Come on, let's do this. And I have to get 3 successes.
Well, you have to have a total of 7 between all of you to get a
Okay.
to fully succeed in all this.
I gotcha.
1 success.
All right, there's 1.
All right. Do
Is
you
there
want
anything else I could do to improve on that? Like,
to? You can break. You can check something, and that'll let you roll re-roll the ones that weren't successes. So you can roll 6 dice.
all right, yeah, let's go for sure. Angry,
Okay, check it, and
because
then
I'm really angry.
all right. So actually, it'll be for 5. So roll 5d6.
So for comprehend,
Yeah. So basically, you're not re-rolling one of them. You're not re-rolling your success, so that takes it to 6. And we're counting your anger right now, so that's being checked. So that brings it to 5 dice.
okay, so I should just do the roll d6s and
Yep.
do 5 of them.
Yep. Roll d6 5.
Okay.
0 successes. All right. Let's see. So who would be next? Would Andy throw the ball, or would
Yeah, I think so because so the ball came down, scoops it up, and just.
Cool. All right. So that looks
Can
like.
Alice go first? Can I wait for Alice to go first?
Sure.
Sure.
That doesn't matter to me.
I think it might help your ball situation, depending on whether I roll any successes or not.
Okay. Well, what are you doing?
Let's see.
So you're gonna cut her, basically.
Okay.
Try to cut her.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Because Alice, she made these gloves, but she, it's all for show.
Sure.
And so Mrs. Hallorhan walks through the door, and Alice, Alice says, "Mrs. Hallorhan," to get her attention, and then she looks down and she says, "Nice shoes." And so I'm kind of hoping I can roll a charm. What's that?
Sure. Yeah, that's what you're doing. All right. Go ahead and roll charm. Yeah.
Okay.
Charm.
All right. Did it roll?
You did. You got 1 success.
1 success.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to check a what you call it? Hold on. Do you want to check a condition to roll again?
Okay. So as long as I have 1 condition left, I'm okay, basically, right?
Yeah. You basically once you check scared and injured now. If you were to check both of those, you'd suddenly you'd have 1 more, and that's broken. So yeah. So you're still up for the moment.
All right. So I can check. I'll check scared and injured.
No. You just 1. And that gives you check 1 of them, and it gives you the reroll.
Okay, let me get back there then.
Yep. So
I'll check scared because this is pretty scary.
Sure. All right. Roll again.
Charm.
1 success. We have 2 successes. All right.
Okay.
It's all up to Andy. And Andy, because of course you're using your baseball, you get to
and my pride.
And your pride. Yeah, so if you're gonna check your pride, you automatically have the 1 success.
So but wait, I thought Mikey had 1 success, right?
Yep.
Right.
And
so we got 3 in total so far. So we got 3. So you need to get 4.
Okay. So I'm going to use force and my baseball, right?
Yep, force with your baseball.
All right, here we go. Why didn't it work?
Oh, it did. One success.
Okay.
Do you have any luck left?
Luck?
I do have a luck.
Okay, go ahead and you already got one success, so let's re-roll 8 dice. So do roll d6, roll 8 of them.
Booyah!
Okay.
All right, so that's
Still
3.
one short, I think.
But
Let's
I
see,
thought
3,
with my pride,
4,
I'd get one
5,
more.
6. We already counted that.
We did.
Yep, so that's 6. Do you want to? I'll let you. You can check a condition if you like.
Sure, I'll do angry.
Okay, so let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 6 dice. So do 66 this time.
Okay.
2 successes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So he wings that ball.
Hallorhan, you're going down.
He just winds up and boom, right in the kneecap.
That was a close one. So yeah, so Mikey tosses this stuff at her, and basically, mixing chemicals together in the air, if you will, one vial to the other vial, combined to make polymer, whatever. And that kind of zips past her head. You actually see some catch in her 80s hair, being poofed out, by the way. That's what that means. As it goes by, but basically it's more a distraction than anything. And she turns and sees the girl who she was just empathizing with, giving her tampons and stuff. Ask her how her shoes are in her secret base, for Christ's sake. And suddenly, quap! Takes it straight to the kneecap, goes down, screams like a banshee. This triggers something in Mrs. Wong, and she suddenly her eyes flash open, like this is obviously a voice that she's learned to fear.
Oh God.
So she runs. She's already by the time she hits the floor and she starts screaming, Mrs. Wong is up the stairs.
I run after her. Mom, mom, mom.
I would say we all do. Right?
Yeah. All right, yeah. So you guys are
Alice pauses for just a moment to flip her bladed bird.
Oh.
I
thought you were gonna say close the master lock on her on the door.
Well, I'm not.
Well, we can do that.
That's a good idea. When
we
we
should
get
lock her in there.
Yeah, she's got the key, right?
Yep.
On the wrong side of the door.
God.
Yeah, so you guys run up the stairs. It's like this sudden stampede of kids coming out of there. By the time you guys get out, Mrs. Wong is at the end of the parking lot area, and is sitting in a rocking position on the ground. She's rocking back and forth, sitting on the ground, as if she's trying to recover. Not as if, but she is trying to recover from some kind of mental trauma or something.
I'm gonna try to take care of her as best as I can, but then look at Alice. Alice, go talk to Becky and have her call 911.
Was there 911 at that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there is in the alternate reality at least. Okay.
There has been for many years.
We'll do that. So Alice runs into the store, and I don't think Alice knows Becky's name yet. So she says, "Hey, you got to call 911. We got to, we got somebody's dying out on the street."
Somebody's dying? What do I tell him? What kind of injury?
A head injury.
All right, I'm calling right now. She goes back in.
Just call him.
Meanwhile, Andy's padlocking the door to the.
Yeah.
Funny. So yeah, as you come over, Mikey, to your mom, she sees you and she just starts crying, and she gets up and starts going even further away.
Like
You're
from me or
yeah,
from
like
the
from
play?
the place.
Okay.
I'm not sure who's still there. Is Andy? Andy, are you there with Mikey at this point?
Well, assuming I closed the door shut,
Yeah.
put the lock on, then ran over by to help Mikey.
Okay. Yeah. So as you guys
And
kind of
Alice, once she's sure that Becky is called 911, she comes back out.
right. So Mrs. Wong starts running away. And you guys are quite. It's obvious to anybody who saw her in her former condition and present condition. Um, it's quite likely that she's going to run in traffic. She's not aware
So
of her
Andy
surroundings.
we'll try to stop her, like hold her back, calm her down.
Okay. Just for kicks, Andy, why don't you roll me a force?
Okay. Here we go. Boo.
Nothing. All right. She's going to get away from Andy and start running. Basically, she gets across the street safely, but she's just going. She is going, going, going.
So I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Well,
Alice
I'll
is
run
trying to
after.
figure out how to get across the street without her clipboard.
It's not no easy feat, let me
No.
tell you.
Yeah.
Can I use lead on my mom?
That is a really good
When you
question.
yell like "stop," you need help. Blah blah blah.
Or you're safe, everything's okay now, you're with me, Mikey.
Let's take a look. Let's see if that would work. So it's I would say it's more of a like it's a make friends work together thing. This would still default back to more of a not empathize. Where are we at? Oops.
Yeah, I can see how I could use it if they were a kid, but no.
Yeah, I think it's more. I think it's more of a. I think it's more of like a charm. You're trying to make her do what you want, basically.
Okay. So, yeah, let me roll that.
Okay. So what do you got one success? What do you yell her way?
That she's safe. I said, "Mom, you're safe. Everything's okay. You're safe now. You're out of there. You can stop. The police are coming. They'll help."
So it's one of those scenes where the camera kind of was kind of focused on her, and then it peels back until the camera itself is kind of shooting over Mikey's shoulder looking at his mom, and she stops, and you can see her body kind of shaking, and her head goes down, and she turns around and hands over her face like she's holding in her emotions like she thinks she should. There's that vestige of your mom in there where it's not right to be showing emotions in public like this. You know what I'm saying? There's that ingrained reflex reaction in her brain that's telling her that this is embarrassing.
It's okay.
And she starts bawling her head off. Just goes down to her knees and she starts crying.
So I'll pull her to the side, or like there's a bench under a tree type of thing, kind of maybe partially out of the way of a lot of view, so she gets some kind of privacy, and just wait, just basically wait for the police to arrive, because there's not a lot that Mikey can do right now other than, he kind of gave it his all. And at this point, like, if he has to wrap himself around her to keep her from moving, that's probably what he would do. So
Gotcha. Yeah, so she responds to it. What are at this point, what are Andy and Alice doing? Are they kind of there to kind of lend moral support? Are they hanging back waiting for the police type of thing? What are you guys doing?
Well, I think
I
Alice has gotten across the road, and uh, and she's just she sees that there's so much going on between Mikey and his mother right now that she's just standing a pace or two away, uh, you know, letting them, be who they are, but uh, keeping an eye out, looking around to see if the ambulance and the police are going to show up, so she can flag them down. Because we're now across the street from where we
Right.
started.
How about Andy? What's Andy doing?
he's probably standing, kind of just surveying, kind of like back and forth between, it's gonna be all right, and just kind of waiting. Yeah, just he's keeping an eye over on the door to the
Yeah.
thing, and just in case he sees something happening there, he's ready to just go running back.
Right.
He's
Yep.
jacked up. He's like, right now his adrenaline is just
Right. But he's still in like that like protective mode. Andy may not be the leader of the group, but he's certainly their protector. And now he's like, nobody freaking gets past me type of mode.
Yeah, he's definitely, just running on adrenaline right now.
Right. So as you guys are all there comforting the mom, an ambulance and police do pull up, and you see Becky come out, and it's about that point that you guys from your angle you can see the doors burst open, the door to the bomb shelter, and Miss Hallerhan comes out just as the cops are getting there, and the one of the police officers obviously knows her, as he knows most people, and you can see them like having a conversation. At this distance you have no idea what it's about. What do you guys do?
There's more than one police person
There,
there.
there's a police car with one cop, and then there's the ambulance that's arrived with two paramedics. They immediately get out. They're like, "Where's the head wound?"
So I'm gonna run over by the cop because I'm jacked up, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, go down there, and like, she kidnapped my friend's mom,
And so yeah, the cop looks at you. He's like it's obvious. It's like, oh yeah, this kid's been watching too many James Bond movies or something. It's like, hey, Miss Hallerhan, did these kids do anything to your shop? And she just looks at it. She just looks straight into Andy's eyes, and you can see there's these smoldering flames of eyes that wish they could reach out and strangle him right there in front of the cop, but she's restraining herself. Meanwhile, the cops or the paramedics see Mikey kind of flailing around, and they're running over there.
Yeah.
Um,
Mom, you gotta tell him. Mom, you gotta tell him what happened.
she's just still crying. It as the paramedics get there and start asking her questions. Hi, miss, what's your name? What's your name? They always ask, what's your name? To kind of get your mental, how your mental faculties are working. So they're like, Miss, what's your name? What's going on? How can we help you? Where you're hurt? Please tell us where you're hurt. And she is incommunicative. She is just every ounce of moisture in her body is coming out her tear ducts at this point. And she's just, snot and everything, and she's not answering any questions. She's not using words for a while yet.
That woman over there who owns the video store, she took my mom, and she was holding her in the basement.
Yeah, The paramedics just kind of brush you off. They're like, "Kid, give me a break. This is Ninawake, Wisconsin." And they kind
You
of
gotta
get
listen to me.
they kind of, kid, I have to treat this lady. Now come on.
This lady is my mom. She's
This
been missing for days. Ask my dad. He works at the project.
uh, kid, just can we? Do you know what's wrong with your mom? Where is she hurt?
She was drugged or something. She
She's
look
taking
at her head.
drugs.
Look at the bands on her. I mean, she was strapped down in a table and held against her will. Did she end up having an IV? Is there
Uh,
an IV we had to pull out?
no. There was
Oh,
like the chemistry area had something that looked like it could be set to be one and like moved over to that table, but as you guys were there was no IV hooked up to her.
okay.
They're like, "Are you saying your dad did this?"
No, Mrs. Halloran did this. She's not who she says she is. She's a bad person.
Well, there's a lot of bad people in the world, kid. But
You
we
don't know what you're talking about.
meanwhile, back at the police car. Yes, Sylvie, Miss Hallerhan is yeah, those kids they vandalized some of my shop, and one of them tried to steal something.
Hey, wait, why don't we
And
just
the
let's
cop is
have
the
let's
cop's
have a
already
look.
the cop's already turning to you to like you can see the hand reflexively going back for like cuffs because you look like a strapping young lad who might try something.
I'm like, officer, let's just go down there and just see what was actually down there. What you will find is a
Hey,
chair with straps on it.
whoa,
I'm gonna run
whoa,
down there. I'm just
whoa,
before
kid!
he
I
can
don't.
do anything, I'm gonna be like, get over here, and I'm gonna run down there.
So yeah. So you guys, you head down there and you're back where you were, um, like you don't know what she did in the time that she had, but there everything's pretty much exactly the way you left it. Um, I'm assuming you picked up your ball as it rebounded off of her.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, the cop follows you downstairs, and meanwhile, let's cut back to the paramedics. So they're at this point they're kind of guiding your mom back to the ambulance because they didn't bring a stretcher or anything with her, and she seems able to walk. So they're kind of doing not the fireman's carry, but they're both doing the shoulder, over the arm over the shoulder thing. And they're like, kid, you tell your tale somewhere else. We got to get your mom to the hospital right now. She's not looking so fantastic.
I gotta call my dad.
With like awesome bedside manner, she's not looking too good. Yeah, so you guys are over.
So where's Ms. Hallorhan? The cop went down in the basement.
The cop went down in the
Is she
basement.
standing on the curb?
You probably see the rear of her as she's going back into her shop. From the back entrance. Yeah, so the paramedics bring Mrs. Wong over, and get her actually on a honest to goodness, stretcher and get her into the vehicle. She's like, kid, are you really her son?
Yes.
All right, why don't you hop in? We'll take of all the times not to be racist and assume shit. Yeah, so they're like, get in the ambulance. We'll take you to the hospital with her.
Okay. Alice, call my dad.
This is when I've never called your dad. I don't know the number. So Alice, you hear the call my dad. Meanwhile, Andy, you're in the basement, and this is about when the cop gets down there. And he looks.
I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah, he looks around, and he's like, sex dungeon. I knew that chick was kinky. Oh.
Motherfucker.
You should see some of the videos she's got.
Or hear the audio tapes.
No, I mean in the adult section upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm pointing it all out, and this is where Mrs. Wong was strapped in when we got down here, and those are the
Whoa,
machines
whoa,
over there that
whoa,
she was doing
whoa!
stuff.
People strapped to things. Let's quiet it down. So, the cop walks you back up, and at this point, you can see he's ready to cuff you. At the as you're kind of like coming up, and you're right near the entrance to the rear, you can see what now is a familiar uniform to you. It's the Eldrin Security Force. One of those guys. They're the Eldrin specific rent-a-cops or security force or police force or whatever you want to call them. And they have Sylvie in cuffs, and she's being led away through the front.
Oh, thank God.
And from there, since we tied most of the stuff up here, we're gonna cut to later. Can I assume you would all like be at the hospital to be there with Mikey?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Like, how much later? Like, my dad's there too now?
Yeah, your dad's there too. This is later. Um,
Well, I'll
yeah,
have called Jude to let him know that what just happened.
sure. You probably would have gotten his mom who took a message and was very very much upset, and will absolutely get that message directly to Jude as quick as she can. But yeah,
So,
so
is my mom back to a state where she's talking, or is she now somber, or like has this ruined her, or is she trying to ignore what happened, or what?
yeah, she's now like, you would say that as you're kind of you and your dad are standing next to your bed. I would assume Andy and Alice are like just at the door to the room, kind of like looking in but not intruding. I think is that safe to assume?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, Mikey's mom has become responsive. She's aware of the world. She's talking. She's communicating, and of course, everyone has questions. Mikey has questions, or your dad has questions, and she has
And this
few.
is like the next day or two?
Um, yeah, I would say maybe really late, not late that same night. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, again, like she's recovering. They have an IV hooked up to her to get her fluids, and she has some anti-anxiety type drugs going through her right now, that kind of thing. Some food. She was very hungry. But yeah, so it's like it has to be around like 11 o'clock at night or something. And normally, visiting hours would be far over, but this is obviously a very separate type of situation. And when anyone asks who those kids are, Mikey's dad says they're with me. They're my kids. To which then again it gets of course the stare. Now the racism fucking kicks in, right? Then now they're like, oh, look at those be whatever. They're not willing to fight him at this point.
Uh,
So
yeah, when my dad first shows up, it's a big hug, regardless of all of his personal space rules. I just totally break all that and hold on to him tight.
yeah, he kind of gives into it, and you can see that he's, at the moment at least, he's totally cool with letting down some walls, because he's been traumatized too. I mean, in his own way, throughout this whole thing. I mean, and not leading up to this and suddenly this, uh, so he's hurting too. Uh, but yeah, oh, go
Is
ahead.
she gonna be okay, Dad? What did the doctors say?
Yeah. Well, let's ask your mom. The doctors say she's getting better. But the fluids are doing a whole bunch of good for her. So we cut back to that scene where you guys are by the bedside, and the other guys are out just in the doorway of the room, and she tries to give answers, and I I really wish I could tell you what all happened, but I don't know. All I remember is dreaming, and I remember going through memories, but I could hear myself saying them out loud. What did what did we discuss at the dinner table? What did me and your dad discuss in private? Does he care about me? What would he do for me?
What?
And I just told him he would do anything for me. I just remember
I give
saying
a,
that over and over.
I give a weird look over my shoulder back to Andy and Alice in the doorway, like, what the fuck? What? I mean, not that term, but like, obviously we have some tapes, but also like that type of conversation doesn't seem to match up with all the other tapes either. So
Right. So
that's strange.
yeah, so um the pardon me. So Mrs. Wong continues, and I remember writing the letter you were talking about. It was just a dream. Someone asked me to, and I did. And I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go away. I didn't mean to go away, son.
So you didn't really go to Taiwan?
No, I didn't go anywhere. I was. I don't think so. Everything is so muddled still. I don't know. Like my memories are. I can't tell what's real and what was not. What was a dream and what was real, and what happened and what didn't. And I wish I had more answers, but the fact of the matter is, I just don't. And I don't think I will. So at that point, the doctor comes in and gives a the stereotypical. You need to let her rest now. She needs her rest, and this is too many questions, too much talking for now. So why don't you come visit in the morning? We'll take good care of her tonight, and everybody just go home.
Who's Mrs. Halloran?
Who do you say that to?
Dad. I say to my dad, like
Oh,
as we're walking out, right? So like we're being ushered out. Now it's the three of us plus my dad, and that typical like, well, what do we do now? Do we need to get dinner? Blah blah blah. But during that awkward figuring out phase of what to do next as a group, uh, that's when I ask him, Dad, who is Mrs. Halloran?
he just looks
What
down to you, and I
does
thought she
she
was
work
just.
for Eldrin Labs?
I thought she was just a. I thought she was just a video store person, an owner, video store owner, a small business owner. She definitely doesn't work at Eldrin. And
We have tapes. We have proof of like things that she was doing.
hey,
So
he basically at this point, this is where parents and adults in Tales from the Loop just suck. He basically looks at you. He basically as kind of pushes the other two away. I'm assuming like Andy and Alice are kind of just following, down the hallway, and he kind of puts the arm up. Sorry to the camera. Kind of puts the arm up, kind of telling you to wait back while he gets down on one knee so he can get down to your level, Mikey, and look in your eye. And he just says to you, I don't care what are on any tapes. The fact is, your mom's back. Anything else leads to more questions and leads to her being hurt more. And so, Mikey, I'm here to tell you, I don't care. And you're not going to take any tapes to anyone because that's going to mean questions. And that's going to mean hurting your mom more. Do you want to hurt your mom more?
oh,
Then no more tapes. They don't exist. Let it go. What's important to
okay.
you?
You guys are my mom. You.
All right. Well, get rid of those. That's an order.
Yes, yes, sir.
That he kind of stands up and he collects himself. I mean, that hurt him to say. You could feel, even though this is how adults are in Tales from the Loop. You could feel that kind of hurt him. Like there was a part of him who wanted some goddamn answers to who the hell did this to his wife, who he loves and has a child with, you know. But there's the other side of him that's like, just as he explains, it's not worth it. We got what we wanted. We got what's important, and the rest of this is just bull. So
Adults are so confusing.
they are so confusing. So he straightens himself up, and you kind of see him regain that dad composure that you're used to seeing 23 out of 24 hours of every day, and he looks back to the other boys. I want to thank you for helping. Do you think your parents would be upset if there's the diner downtown?
Does he think Alice is a boy?
I don't think he's really probably looked close enough to care.
Yeah.
But so do you think your parents would be upset if I took you to the 24-hour diner, got you some food before I dropped you off at home? Just wanted my way of saying thank you. You've done my family a service, and I greatly appreciate it.
Sure, but no Twizzlers.
Yes.
Were we able to hear any of that conversation between him and Mikey?
I'll let you decide.
Especially I think Alice heard it, and she says, "Thanks, but I think I'm just going to go home." And then she sort of pulls Andy to the side and says, "Hang on to that tape in the lab." And then instead of going right home, Alice goes to the hideout and gets the cassette and those tapes.
Actually, I'll
Mikey
give
knows
you.
where they are.
And Andy will give Alice the tape that he has.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say
So-
that's probably something that Mikey doesn't hear, like what you guys are talking about right now.
Right. Yeah, that's sort of the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alice gets the tapes from the hideout. She doesn't. I don't quite know what to do with them yet, so I put it all in my bag for now. Well, I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to go home and put it in that secret hiding place in the cold air vent, where I've got the conspiracy material on.
Oh, excellent. So I don't know. I see where you're going. I love it. So, but basically, what happens in Tales from the Loop is, no one's ever gonna know about this. Your stepmom's gonna clean the room, find the thing, and get rid of the tapes.
No, she's not gonna find. This is a good hiding space.
No, I'm telling you, she will. That's the way the game works. It's everything you have is gonna be lost or stolen or broken or gone. No one will ever know that you did this, and that's the way the game goes. Basically, that's the way it wants it. That's the way it wants it to go.
I hate this game now. I hate this game.
But yeah, so the whole idea is like you'll never get true recognition for anything you do. Adults will always screw things up, ignore you.
It's like the Ninawake version of the end of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, right?
Right, exactly.
I think I'm putting it in a safe place.
Men.
It's just lost.
Our top men will be on this. But that makes all the sense in the world that Alice and Andy would do that. But yes, so again, I don't want to be that guy, but that's the way the game goes. And what that does is, again, it puts it in a place where, again, you can't trust adults. You'll never really see prestige for anything you do. This will be mostly forgotten about by the next session, except for lingering stuff with Mikey's mom, maybe. That kind of thing. So that's it. But no, I totally see where you're going. And it is a Raiders of the Lost Ark type of situation where no matter how much you work to get the things in the right hands, it's just gonna fall flat in the end, and all your trials will be for naught.
Yeah.
But in this situation, again, you got Mikey's mom back, and Mikey's got his mom back, so that's pretty cool. So with that, let's do some XP.
One question.
There
One
is.
question that
I
Andy
didn't
has.
think of and you can tell me if you don't want this to. I've got a kind of a. I was thinking of a kind of an epilogue to this, where the next morning, when Alice is folding the papers for her paper route in the morning,
Mhm.
she looks and it's not even on the front page, but that's on the inside of the inside. There's an article about satanic cult discovered in basement of Hallorhan video store.
Hallorhan home mysteriously burns to ground.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, I'll give you that much. I'll give you that much.
Okay.
Again, I hate to quash your creativity and your plans, but that's the way the cookie crumbles in the world of Tales from the
Oh,
Loop
yeah.
RPG.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do some XP. Who would like to go first?
Andy or Tim, you said you had a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tim.
Oh, yeah, no, just sort of a lingering question in Andy's mind is, so how is it that the Eldrin security force has the jurisdiction to handcuff someone and take them away versus
You-
a police officer?
You do see like in the hospital, you do see like points where it looks like they have more power than they really should in any other city. This would not be the case. But it looks like Eldrin is so big here. If you had to give yourself an answer, be like, Eldrin is such a a provider for the city that they give a lot of leeway to them and that kind of thing. But who knows what the real answer is? That's kind of another thing about Tales from the Loop. I think you may have more questions now than you did before, and that's
Right.
just the way it is. Everything's a freaking mystery. Everything's unanswered until it isn't, and then before you know it, you're in the next mystery.
And then it is again.
And then it is again, yes. Cool.
So did
All right.
Becky lose her job, or did somebody else take over the video shop?
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time, yeah. You guys can wander through and rent videos next time. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, XP. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
All right, Alice. Did you participate in the session?
Yes, I did.
That's one. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Let's see, problem. Let's see.
I don't think really anything this
I
episode
don't
with your
know.
problem or your relationships.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
All right.
there is a small thing. So that whole, or no, not because of problem or relationship. You're right. Your problem. Wait, what is your problem again?
She thinks
The
her.
problem is parents think, the step parents, aka my aunt and uncle, think my parents' accident was just
Oh.
an accident.
Right. Okay.
Cool. All right. So, did you use or struggle with your pride?
Pride, don't take shit. I definitely didn't take shit from no one.
Okay, we'll call that too. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Wait, you said we'll call that two?
Yeah,
Is it 2 checks or just also? Okay.
2 checks. So that's 2 points. Cool.
Yeah.
So, did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Yeah. When well, subtly, certainly most of the interactions with Ms. Hallorhan directly.
Sure. All right. So
risky, and especially the last one.
right. So that's a total of 3. And have you learned
Okay.
something new? If so, what is it?
Well, I learned that somebody's giving guitar lessons.
That's something. All right. We'll call that 4. So you have 4 total points to mark down.
Okay.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go.
All right. So Eddie, did you participate in the session?
I did.
Excellent. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Not this one.
Okay, that's all right. So, did you use or struggle with your pride? Yes, you did.
I did.
You used your pride. Uh,
Yeah.
in the climactic scene. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Yep.
Yep. And have you learned anything new? If so, what is it?
Uh, well, again, it comes back to just the adults and, not not being believed, even though we presented them with evidence. Like it
You learn that
uh,
the the local minister likes the pilot system.
Hmm.
yeah.
It's the way God made them.
You're the only one of us that has that knowledge at the moment.
That's true. But again, I think it really underlines to Andy that we can only rely on each other, us kids, and we can't trust or look to adults for any kind of answers or help.
Right. All right. Perfect. That's 4 then. So 4 for Andy. Mikey, are you ready?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Mikey, did you participate in the session?
I did.
Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Definitely. From my mom.
Right. We'll call it that. Yeah. So that's 2. Did you use or struggle with your pride? No, I don't think this episode.
Yeah, my pride is I'm the go-to guy for technical stuff. So yeah, I wasn't really like asked to do anything, and what I did do was kind of weak. So
Fair enough. All right. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
uh yeah, because I helped distract. I helped
Yeah. Just being
keep
there is
this.
really at risk.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And have you learned something new? If so, what is it?
Yeah, so on the darker side of things, I think I've learned that I can't really trust my dad anymore. Because that was a real blow. Like I thought we were gonna make a connection there, I thought like we had this thing in common, like, our family member got, abused and abducted and whatever, and like this will help, cement us together, father and son, once we nail those people to the wall, right?
Right. He took it away.
Um, and he took it away, yeah. And but on the other side, the brighter side of things, I have a shot with Becky in a few years. So
So you're saying I have a chance?
so you saying I got a chance? That's right.
All right. Awesome. All right. So that's 3 XP for Mikey.
Or yeah, is it 3 or 4?
3.
Oh,
You didn't nothing with your trouble and nothing with your
oh yeah.
pride.
No, I did have trouble with
Or
my relationship, right?
your problem or yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I'm sorry. 4. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Alrighty. Cool. So yeah. So that was a different one. I do want to share with you guys a couple things. I'm not sure if I should keep this as GM secret or what.
Probably should then.
But well, I'll share with you the fact that I totally up until again, you guys know that these adventures, these that I have you on, I just create the first third of them, the thing that starts all the trouble, and I have no freaking idea what's happening. So up until I started chuckling when you were turning the person around, I had no idea who that was, and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, it has to be, Mikey's mom.
I was brilliant though.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
like it.
was taken, man. I did not see that coming. Although when you said female feet for a second, I'm like, huh, wonder who that could be. No, not my mom. And then it's just like, yeah, it's your mom. Like, no, what? I totally didn't see that coming.
So yeah, so I have to. This is me ad libbing, and it worked out well this time, at least for that.
Definitely, definitely.
But yeah, so I thought it was a good session. It was definitely a more scary session than some others we've been on. Even like the ones where you're under the gun. This was actually like, dude, this lady had a gun in her house. I mean, and she's coming down the only way out, and there's a person strapped down here, and it's my friend's mom, and oh my god, what the
Yeah,
hell?
it was a little darker.
Yeah,
That extra success really put a lot of pressure on for some reason. The fact that we had to get 7 instead of 6, like I was really struggling with that idea. Like, how the hell are we going to do that? We barely pull off 2 each normally. Like, this is
right.
going to be impossible, you know. For that
I
one
was
extra
really
success.
worried for Mikey's mom as we were struggling to get 7 successes.
Yeah. And Jude's the guy who gets the chance 4 successes on a roll and stuff like that, you know. Where's Jude when we need him?
Right.
Damn! Why'd Robert had to be sick? So yeah.
No,
So
it was good. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I think it had a totally different theme to it, and it was a real emotional roller coaster for me, for Mikey, but also for me. Like, you know, that's some serious stuff there that's going on. So
totally.
it was a big
Well,
deal.
and I'm sort of channeling. So the movie It, but have you guys read the book by Stephen King?
That no,
Yeah,
actually I haven't read that one.
Yeah.
No.
So in It, the adults are the same. Like they either don't care or they're almost sort of always.
They're like complicit or something, aren't they? Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's better just to
So I
ignore
was
it.
kind of thinking that too, and sort of like, this is kind of how those kids are. They're confronted with sort of evil, and no one's going to believe them, so they're on their own to try to like overcome it. So I kind of I think that's what Tales from the Loop has, that kind of vibe to it as well.
Right, right.
So what
Eh,
happens when they grow up? Do they like, I mean, when they turn 18, do they just like become adults and don't care about
Well,
any of this anymore
there's a
or
reason.
what?
So yeah, like when you become 16, you leave this game, and basically the reason is you have this whole new life now in front of you. You have a car now. You have your freedom to go like anywhere if you can get gas money and the keys to the vehicle for the night. You have now you're worried about girlfriends and you're starting to think about college, and now your grades are more important, and where am I going to go, and all these dreams of what I'm going to do when I get the hell out of here that have nothing to do with you know giving a crap of what's
Mhm.
going on in Ninawake, Wisconsin. So
Yeah.
the idea is that your focus suddenly for various reasons changes completely, where suddenly this solving mysteries is like, yeah, whatever, I got better stuff to
There's
do.
actually rules for all that. I mean, once we could actually be playing Tales from the Flood, which is
Yeah,
that age,
it jumps up a age bracket at that time.
and it also jumps
Mm.
into the 90s, I think, too.
Right, right.
And you can get, unlike this game, you can get killed in Tales from the Flood.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll get to that at another time, perhaps. But yeah, maybe after this campaign, yeah, someday maybe we'll have a Tales from the Flood reunion tour campaign or something, where you guys are a few years ahead or that kind of thing.
Mm.
But yeah, the idea is, yeah, that for purposes of this game, everything changes once you hit 16, and suddenly this is not as important. So yeah, but yeah, so I kind of want to just comment. I mean, like, with each of the mysteries, I've tried to make them very different from each other, so that they, like, again, you're pursuing different things. It's a different atmosphere. Your goals are different. The NPCs are varied and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do. And this is more extreme. This is like on a little out of our normal comfort zone, but yeah, it's definitely different. And the next one you will hit invariably will be different also. So that was kind of my goal, and give everybody the ability to shine and that kind of thing. So there you go. So I'm
I thought
trying
this
hard,
one was
guys. I'm trying hard.
really well balanced.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
we
I
were
think everybody got a lot of
all,
spotlight, and yeah,
yeah, we were all doing something. It seemed like everybody was doing something important in a very round, not necessarily round robin, but like equally, like everybody was getting equal scene time, it seemed like. So
Cool. And that's my ultimate goal: is everybody gets equal spotlight. Nobody feels like they wasted their night playing with me, etc., etc. So I hope every
Well,
time
it
you
was a
guys feel
lot
like you
easier
accomplished something.
without Robert here hogging the spotlight all the time.
Oh my God, Robert's gonna wish he had made this one. It's gonna make him sad inside.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, it's like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Salute.
Salute to Robert.
Salute.
We're thinking of you, Robert. I'll clip this so that he can see our salute to him, and we're thinking about him, and we hope he feels darn better soon, and hopefully he's drinking a lot of
Yeah,
fluids and all that
absolutely.
kind of good stuff. Yeah, because
Hold it down, man. Hold it down.
Yeah, what he described was not fun, and I wish it on no one. So, Robert, if you happen to be out there, we're thinking of you, buddy, and you heal up and you be awesome again. So cool. Normally
Maybe
I would
watch The Princess Bride too while you're at it.
the princess. Oh yeah. So hey, so this is the point where I have extra time. So I was thinking I kind of wanted to bring up Mikey's playlist. Yeah, Aaron has been making the. I'm not sure if for anyone not on my Discord, which is like almost the entire world except like 12 people, they would know that Mikey or Aaron is making up a Mikey's playlist for what do you call it? Mikey's playlist. What Mikey listens
Mikey
to in
Wong
the 80s.
Super Jams.
Yeah, Mikey Wong Super Jams, which I think is pretty cool. And I went through it. I went through the list today, and I think I couldn't place 3 of those songs, but all the rest I knew, and it was all classic stuff. Let's in fact, you know what? Let's bring that up. Can I bring that up? Not easily.
Well, I'm starting to get worried that Mikey's going to get abducted by a spaceship now.
Why is that?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy is mom. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I did think hard about, so like the first song on there is from Billy Squire, and I Billy Squire was one of the first cassettes besides Foreigner 4. I think Billy Squire's cassette was the first cassette I got, that album, for my Walkman at the time, and when I first got a Walkman. And so that song is the first song I always played as a kid when I, put on my Walkman, right?
That's so cool.
Yeah, I had to start with that song because it really ramps you up, right? Especially in the day and age when there isn't a lot of yet like fast techno beat or drop in the bass or anything that really has come out of, a lot of improvements in produced music, right? So for the time, it was just really kind of a super ramp up, pump up song, and so yeah, that's why that opens up that way. And then what I tried to do was either go by loosely, very loosely, either kind of a feel to make the music kind of swell and contract a little bit, or a theme, or a beat. So like sometimes I try to mix it or put it together so that one song, the songs that would follow each other would all kind of have the same fast beat or slower beat or whatever. So yeah, but they aren't necessarily in chronological order. So
Sure.
it's not like, yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I'll probably pop the link to that in the description of this when I put it on YouTube. But it's out there. Join my Discord and see it. It's awesome. So I just kind of noticed something. It's interesting. So Aaron brings us the music of the age of the 80s. Tim always has some kind of nostalgia that he brings into the game. Every single game, there's some kind of nostalgia that he brings to the forefront that reminds us of the 80s and all the member berries and crap that we used to remember, and etc. Princess Bride, Big League Chew, what was the other? Ecto coolers, all that stuff. So that's what Tim brings to the table. And then Dr. Oculari is, I think what Dr. brings to the table is reminds us of that rebellious quasi evil stage of the teenage years. You know, every single episode, Dr. Arculary or Alice does something that shows kind of like, going against the grain, and as adults we are conditioned to not, and if we have to, it makes us feel uncomfortable. And I think what Alice brings is cool in the sense that it's like, yeah, every single freaking episode Alice is always going against the grain and going perpendicular, or et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's cool
Not
too.
taking it from no one.
Yeah. And then of course, Robert is he doesn't have any nostalgia to bring, but you can tell whatever he brings to the table is going to be like a wholesome effect. He's always, I love how Jude is the if like Alice is the leader, Mikey's the brains, Andy's the brawn, Robert Jude is the heart, the sympathetic, empathetic heart of the group, always looking for the good in people and stuff like that. So I love how each of the characters and each of the players bring something cool to the table. I suppose, and of course Robert brings to the table the ability to bounce all this nostalgia off of, and
Right.
that he doesn't have any freaking idea what the hell we're talking about.
He
Yes,
helps draw it out a lot.
absolutely.
It's built into the character he's
Yeah,
playing.
that's true. Also, he
Somebody
doesn't.
who,
He's not of
yeah,
this world, if you will.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just
It's
hilarious.
very smart.
And of course, the superpower is making me feel old. But we knew that already. So cool. So I have nothing more to add. Anybody else have anything they want to kind of bring up before we head out for the evening?
I don't know. Something made me think of this connection, or not connection, but what's the word? Comparison of how Jude's character and uh, having oh my god, Robert play with us is something similar to like in the first Xanth book. So did anybody read Spell for Chameleon?
Vaguely
Uh,
remember that.
Yep.
so the protagonist in there is the one guy who, and this is kind of a famous series from the 80s, the Xanth series. Um, he's the one guy who doesn't have magic in a world where everybody has some kind of a magical power. Everybody's got some kind of magic spell that they can do, like as much as
Wasn't
they
his
want
name
to.
Bink?
Something like that. Yeah, Bink. Yeah,
Hmm.
it seems like it. Um, so, and did you read it then? Have you read that book?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I read the first probably 8 or 10
I,
books.
I I know this. I know the
There's
spoiler
like
to that
60.
book.
Yeah. And so what I mean, I don't know. I probably shouldn't give it away, but it let's just say he does have one. It's just it's not like everybody else, and
Right.
so it just made me think of that. That the similarity there. So
Sure, yeah. No, I totally get you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah,
So yeah, cool. Yeah, so yeah, and I feel really lucky of the group of players we have. And again, all the players bring something cool to the table. All the characters do also, and this group is pretty cool. So very satisfied, very happy. So yeah, with that, why don't we wrap it up? Let you guys get back to whatever it is that you guys do. Probably sleep, because we're old.
what?
Yeah, I would be cutting this
I
off
stay
early.
up past my bedtime for this, Scott. I just
Uh,
want you to know that.
whoa!
I'm
Oh,
sacrificing
wow!
my bedtime.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! I didn't know I warranted that. That's high praise, dude. So, and thank you for not also falling asleep at the end. So, good job.
Yeah.
You must be jacked up on caffeine or something. So, good job. Keep up the good work.
Oh, I'm
Joel.
just jacked up on game adrenaline.
Game adrenaline. That's what I want to hear. Oh, wow.
High on life.
The compliments are just coming, man. Oh, first he stays up past his bedtime. Now I am, as a GM, I'm providing game adrenaline. Oh, whew.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm riding high myself now. And Tim is yawning. So let's cut the sound. So
It's getting close.
it's getting close to Tim's. So let's say goodbye to Dr. Oculari.
See you next time.
Let's say goodbye to Tim. Yeah. And goodbye to Aaron.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yep. And I, of course, am Scott of Scott's Case Files. If you're watching me on Twitch, definitely, do the follow thing, hit the button to be alerted when I go live and get notifications of it. Follow me on the Twitters, the YouTubes, etc. Discord, as we talked about. Lots of interesting stuff there, or at least some interesting stuff there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, of course, all those links are below. Definitely subscribe, hit the bell, and all that kind of good stuff. And I hope everyone who watches has as much fun as we had playing, because it was a fun session. So we're ready for a fresh mystery next time. So bye for now, all. Have fun, do good things for each other, and go forth and do no harm. And we will see you next week. I will see you probably Sunday. Well, actually, not Sunday. I'm sorry. Tuesday is the next time we'll see you. But have a good one, and bye for now.